You're listening to Zoom the TBT with Charge and Hayner.
Hey guys, Charge here represent Zoom the TBT. And today I have Vincent Hugh, GM, and Shawndre Jones, point guard of Austin's own. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing today?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. So let's start with you, Shawndre. So first of all, you played last year with the Motor City Cruise. How do you see this? First of all, how was that experience playing in Detroit? And also, how do you think that experience educated your career going forward?
So the Motor City Cruise experience was great. I loved everything about Detroit. This is my second year there. Been in the G League for a little while, been overseas, probably about 5-6 years pro. So that experience this year was top notch. Everything about the Pistons organization was top tier. Been in the G League a little while, so I've been in a lot of different situations. And the Motor City Cruise and Detroit Pistons situation probably was the best so far, honestly.
Okay, so my girlfriend's actually a Hughes fan. So let me ask you just a personal question. Did you bust Buddy Boeheim's ass in practice a few times?
That's my guy, man. I will never say anything bad about Mr. Buddy Boeheim.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But you set Neb up all day. You also played for the Charge. My partner, Vince Charge, he's a huge Canton, Cleveland Charge fan. And you used to play for a Charge. What was that like, actually?
It was great. That was my first G League I actually played for. I actually got drafted there. I think it was like the 4th pick. I'm not sure. I think it was 2nd round, 4th pick by the Charge. Training camp was great. We had too many guys. They let me go for about 2 weeks, brought me back. Had a great team. Scoochie Smith was the point guard there. I backed him up. We had what's his name, Jacoby Williams, that played. Heard that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jacoby's here. Jacory. Oh, he's a bucket. Yeah, he's a bucket. He's tough. Yeah,
talented, very talented. Kobe Simmons. We had a whole bunch of Dom was on our team. It's a great organization for sure.
Very cool. Let's go to Vincent for a second too. So Vincent, obviously this is the first year on my team. How did Austin's own come together?
So basically a year ago, I was watching the tournament and I was going through my social media and I thought to myself, I think we finally have enough players to field a team. So I went to Twitter, I messaged the TBT leaders and I asked, hey, we're ready for a Texas alumni team for 2023. Let me know what we need to do to get there. And then basically they followed me back. We exchanged emails, we hopped on some phone calls, and then basically whatever they told me, I made sure we had ready so that when it was bracket time, we had a team that was ready to compete, and then they would be obligated for us to earn a spot. So luckily we got the Lubbock regional, not too far from us. It's really familiar territory with our friendly friends of Texas Tech. So we're really excited. A lot of our guys from Houston, Austin, Dallas are excited for their families to go check us out and get the warm Southern hospitality of the Air Raiders.
That's actually hilarious. How happy are you guys to be going to the SEC and leave the Air Raiders behind the Big 12 as a fan base?
I'm excited for SEC basketball just because Coach Barnes was my boss. I love visiting him in Knoxville. That's my guy. I know you're a Memphis guy, so
I believe he's scared to play Penny now, is my understanding.
I don't know. I let y'all deal with the beef. Tennessee has their own thing with Memphis. We have enough beef at Texas with Oklahoma, LSU, Arkansas, Texas Tech, TCU. Pretty much everybody has beef with us, so we got plenty of it.
Yeah, you can always ask Coach Barnes to let me know his favorite Tennessee Final Four run of all of the many of 0 they've done as a college. As opposed to me giving crap to the Volunteer Nation, though, let me ask Shawndre a question. So you're a bit of a grad transfer. You actually are a bucket getter in TBT. You were a very good player last year for Air Raiders. You kind of hit the waiver wire a little late, not because there's no love there, just because alumni teams try to be represented by their teams. And I guess there was a bit of a roster crunch, which found you kind of looking for a TBT ride kind of late, which a player of your stature, that's insane. You're like a double-digit scorer in this event. So how interesting was it to get picked up by a team in the Lubbock regional potentially playing against a team you played for last year?
Right. So last year was great. Last year I got on the Air Raiders team because of my G League teammates, Lawrence Odiase and Tariq Owens. They of course Texas Tech alumni, Final Four run. They invited me to come play. Came play, did a great job. It was the first year for that team as well, so I have experience with first year teams. I also won a game when my school, University of Richmond, when we first entered the first time. So I had experience already previously, so that just helped with that. And then this year, being that it's in Lubbock, I guess they wanted more Texas Tech guys, which is fine with me. So unfortunately, we had to part ways. No love lost there. Still friends with some of those guys. Friends with most of those guys actually. So that was no love lost. And then a great opportunity. Cam really texted my phone and said, "Hey, I see that you're free." I said, "Of course, man. You know, it's my guy anyway. We went to high school together. We actually lived like 3 houses down from each other in high school. So that's my guy. I looked at the roster. I saw Jacob Young, another guy that I'm very familiar with, my friend. We actually play summer basketball in Houston together. So this seemed to be a perfect fit and perfect timing. And I'm super excited to be with UT right now."
That's a real positive answer. I'm glad one of us is positive. I'm a hater personally, so whenever if you'll give me crap, I'm always just a not as diplomatic as you. So that's a great answer. That's a lot of love for your teammates.
Just media train, baby. Just media train.
We'll get to that in a minute. I want to close on that. We'll come back to that. So Vincent, I guess the key thing is we talked about this. First year teams generally do struggle in TBT. There are exceptions. In your bracket alone, Bleed Green made a run last year as a first year alumni team. Your, I guess, Little Brothers, North Texas, I'm sure they would hate being called that. In fact, it's funny. This will be dropped into a show we're taping with them. So they're going to hear me say that and get extremely pissed after seeing this. But how do you plan on getting past the first year issues a lot of alumni teams face?
So as you know, I've been planning this for a year. I've had plenty of opportunities to let the people in the know in the group chat to come to training camp in shape. A lot of these guys haven't seen each other in over a decade because they've been busy overseas. And then, we had a couple coaching changes at Texas, and COVID obviously didn't help bringing the guys back during the summertime. So our biggest challenge is to make sure we get everybody back to Austin for training camp. Everybody buys in, everybody's in shape, everybody understands that everybody participating in the tournament is really, really good. You can't just show up with a name on your chest and expect to walk out with a dub. I've watched plenty of film. I've seen teams with 4 NBA players lose in the first round because they couldn't figure out each roles. Shout out our guy, Tristan Thompson, who's always told us publicly, be a star in your role. Not everybody gets to be Kyrie, not everybody gets to be LeBron, but you could be a Tristan Thompson, you could be a Shumpert, you could be a J.R. Smith, you could be a Dellavedova. So we need all those guys to buy in. There's only one orange rock at the end of the day on the court. And you got to spread the wealth, but you also have to understand it's a team game and the best teams win.
Yeah, that's how it is. I mean, being prepared is how you win this event. Having a training camp, being prepped, really come together. Having a veteran of this event like Shawndre Jones really helps you too. That's a huge leg up in this event. So Shawndre, I want to close with you. Obviously, what I always find interesting about athletes and about this entire TBT community is that people have this misconception that if you're not in the NBA, you can't play. And that's an insane thing. Because again, there's only 450 NBA jobs and there's 8.5 billion people on this planet. So, being top, I'm a great architect. I'm not one of the top 450 architects in the world. I'm damn good at my job. So with that in mind, like a lot of people in your position also have other things they're doing. And I asked you about Summer League, which we're both going to be there. But you're not playing this year. You're going for the NBA business part of it, the business development part of it. You can talk a little bit about sort of like your life maybe after basketball, like what you're building toward after your playing days are over. So I'm really interested in what you're talking about.
Right. So, of course, basketball is going to stop for everybody one day. Not even the best players in the world can play till they're out of this world, hopefully. So what I've done is me along with my business partner, Adrian Johnson, we have a mental health program, mental health business for children ages 3 to 17 with autism, behavior problems, and just mental health disabilities or just mental health problems. And we kind of do an outpatient program for them. Something different than most people would think. We kind of skills training and development, medication management, case management. So that's what I'm going out there to do. I'm also trying to figure out how I can get into the commercial real estate space. So I'm trying to do a couple other things outside of basketball while I still play, right? So just trying to have a diverse portfolio as a person.
Yeah, that's how you do it. You got to have a lot of different outs. It's like playing poker. You got a lot of different cards you can play to keep running.
Right.
That's amazing. I love to hear like what people are doing next. It's always an amazing story. Gentlemen, I'm really excited to see Austin's Own this year. I can't wait to see this run. It's a great bracket. Air Raiders, Austin's Own, HBCU, Bleed Green. That's a great bracket. I think it's going to be a very competitive region. And I hope you guys find something to do in Lubbock in between winning some games.
There's plenty to do in Lubbock. I see what you're trying to do there, though.
That's not what I heard. One of my friends actually went to Texas Tech way back in the Stone Ages. He's in his 60s, so I'm pretty sure he's no Walker. He's not watching this shit. He doesn't care about basketball. But my understanding, there's not a ton to do in Lubbock, but we'll find out. I mean, you guys come on and tell me when we win some games. We'll talk about what you guys did to celebrate. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Shawndre, Vincent, thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hope you enjoyed listening to Zoom the TBT with Charge and Hater. Subscribe to YouTube, follow on Twitter, and give us your money.